Today, I'm going to show you how to update the firmware for the DJI Mic 2. We'll kick things off by checking your current firmware. Go ahead and pull out the DJI Mic 2 receiver. Once it's on, swipe down and then use the control wheel to scroll over and select Settings, and scroll over again and select Version. And this will tell you what version you are currently on. One other quick tip you can do as well is to go ahead and take out the transmitters, and you can use this screen to actually see what version of firmware the transmitters have as well. For now, go ahead and swipe back to the main screen, and at this point we can turn the receiver off. Next, we're going to connect the receiver to the computer, and I would recommend using the included USB-C cable that DJI gives you. You can use a different one. Just make sure it's a fast enough cable. A good quality cable should do the trick. Make sure that the receiver is powered off before connecting it to the computer. And right here we can see this little no-name drive that popped up. This is the DJI Mic 2. If you open it, you don't really see anything. That's all right. If you are having trouble at this stage with it connecting, sometimes if you have the smartphone connector attached to the receiver, it doesn't connect. So you'll want to just make sure you have that initial normal base plate that goes on the back of it to kind of cover it, or just nothing, and it should connect just fine. Now we're going to go to the DJI website to get the firmware. I'll place a link in the description below that will take you directly there. You'll arrive at a page just like this, and it's under this firmware section that we want to be looking at. We've got the DJI Mic 2 firmware for the receiver, for the transmitter, and we have a little PDF guide. And we're going to download the firmware for the receiver. We'll go ahead and click download, and we have it right here. So we're going to take this file and we're just going to drag it directly to the root folder of the receiver. And it was here that I was getting a little bit caught up. This little loading screen goes on for a while. I was like, is this even working? It wasn't showing me any progress. It's only 2 megabytes. So I was like, it should be way faster. But for whatever reason, it could take, even up to 3 to 5 minutes for this to transfer over to the actual receiver. So we'll just have to wait it out, and boom, there we go. So now we can just simply eject it and unplug it. And it's at this stage that you're going to see a little updating icon. It will say updating firmware, and it will do this for another, 3 to 5-ish minutes. So just be patient and wait it out. And then you'll get a little green icon that says update complete. I would love to be able to show you guys that happening, but I actually already updated mine before making this video because I wanted to make sure I knew how to do it. And so I can't actually show that little progress and update happening, but it should be pretty straightforward. So that's how you update the receiver, but now we're going to update the transmitters. Let me show you how to do that. We'll start by just grabbing a transmitter, and we're going to go ahead and plug it in. And boom, there it is. We've got another no name. If we click into it, we can see DJI audio where I have some different recorded files on it. But for right now, I'm going to hop back over to the website, and we're going to download the transmitter firmware. And now all we need to do, just like the receiver, is to drag this firmware update directly to the root folder. It's much faster on the transmitters for whatever reason. But that's pretty much it, and then we'll just simply eject it. Once it's ejected, it will enter into this red and green blinking state where it will continue to do this until the firmware update is completed. And there we go. It is completed, and the transmitter is blinking again, just showing that it is looking to get connected. And if we turn on the receiver, it's gone ahead and connected. And you can go ahead and repeat that step for the next transmitter as well. And again, if you want to make sure everything is up to date and good, go ahead and swipe down, scroll over to settings, scroll over again to version, and we'll see that the receiver is now on version 4. And if we swipe over, transmitter 1 and transmitter 2 are both on version 4 as well. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you, but if you want to continue on and learn a little bit more about the DJI Mic 2, I've actually put together a video that goes over every single setting in there so that you can get a full, deep understanding of how to use this to your advantage. You can check out that video right here. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, stay creative. Peace.